Hey,
Hey,
Cara.
hey, how do I sound?
You sound great. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Loud and clear. Do you hear music in the background?
I hear music in the background, but it is not overbearing. I can still hear you.
Okay, dope. Okay.
All right, everybody. Well, we are live. So we are going to get straight into it. As you can see, I have my business partner, Cara, here. Say hi to everybody.
Hey guys, how you guys doing?
Hey, hey, hey. Okay. So thank you guys for joining us on this lovely Sunday evening. It means a lot to us. We know that Sunday is family day, but you took a little bit of your time out to be right here with us. So we would not have you to be anywhere else. But we aren't going to take up too much of your time because we know it's valuable. So we're going to jump straight right into it. I'm going to let my friend Cara start off. But first, I want to tell you guys a little bit about her and how I came to meet her, because I think it is pretty cool. We actually met on social media, right on Instagram. I don't know how we ended up following each other, but we were Instagram followers, and we just started noticing these overlaps in everything we're doing. And I was like, I just have to, I have to get in this girl's inbox and see what she's up to, what her latest projects are, and what she's doing. And sure enough, after a few months of, being each other's friends on Instagram, we decided to link up and start business together. In the meantime, we've had several productive conversations. She's an amazing woman. She actually just wrote her first book, and I think that that is so cool. I'm gonna have to get her to mentor me a little bit about that, because I want to do that one day too. But she just wrote her first book. She's launching several book signings. She's a motivational speaker. She's an author. She's a teacher. She's a mom. She literally does it all. So it was such an honor for me to link up with this girl. But whenever we talk, we have a lot of productive conversations. And they tend to revolve around a couple things that we notice in other mompreneurs and womanpreneurs and entrepreneurs' lives as well. So we thought that we would lend a little bit of our knowledge on the topic and hopefully add value to your life this Sunday. So I hope that's okay with you guys. So I'm going to turn it over to Cara, and she's going to start off talking about fear. And it's something that is present in all of our lives, whether you acknowledge it and accept it or not. It's there. Whether it's fear of starting a new business, fear of leaving a boyfriend who has treated you bad for a long time, fear of whatever it is, you have fear in your life. So she's going to identify 7 different types of fear that are apparent in our lifestyles, and tell you guys a little bit about how you can overcome your fear. So Cara, if you want to, you can go ahead and take it away.
Sure. So, as Jackie shared, my name is Cara Inspires. You can find out more about me at carainspires.com. But I am a new author of Hustle Girl, How to Be Brilliant and Get Things Done. And in the book, I talk about a number of different things that keep talented women like Jackie, myself, and you that's watching live, and I'm quite sure anybody that'll catch this replay, it keeps us back. And so, because it's Sunday, and I know y'all want to get to whatever we're going to do later on this evening, I'm going to make it real short and sweet. And here are some 7 things that I think keeps us back from doing what we really need to do. And I'm hoping this is reading the right way. But the first thing is success. If you're brilliant, a lot of people are simply afraid of just achieving success, whether that will be me finishing that diploma, completing this book, making that phone call, asking that question. Some people are just afraid of success. The next thing is leading. Some people are afraid of simply leading other people. They don't want to look like the know-it-all. They don't want to be bossy, and all of those negative adjectives that come with the word leading. But I know lots of great leaders who are bossy, who do take the mic, who do rock it, but they know what they're doing. So that's why they're a leader. The other thing is speaking. A lot of people are afraid to simply speak. Okay, they're afraid to do webinars like this. They're afraid to jump on the phone and host a phone conference, a teleconference. They're afraid to put a deposit down on a venue as an author, a coach, or a public speaker and share their thought leadership with their following. They're afraid to speak. The fourth one, they're afraid to be a boss, aka a rebel. That role is often a lonely road, not in the sense as you won't find other influencers and thought leaders like Jackie and I, because it's possible. I'm from Chicago, Jackie is from Maryland, and we connected. So people like you will come and find you. You'll attract them to you. And Jackie will get into that in a little bit later in today's webinar. But starting off, you have to be real comfortable with yourself, and you have to get comfortable with being by yourself so you can hear those thoughts that you'll share in a book or speak on a conference or something like that. The next thing is they're afraid of power. Okay, when you decide to take charge of your life, when you decide to stop following and start leading, it gives you a sense of confidence, which is empowering. Okay, and some people are afraid of that because others may think that they're being selfish or self-centered or bougie or whatever, and it's all a mindset. Okay, a negative mindset, I should say. And the last two are inadequacy. Some people are afraid to do what they know deep down inside they want to do because they think that they'll be inadequate. They think that they won't measure up to other people. And of course, last but not least, and this is one that affects everyone, whether you've got money or if you're just starting out, whether if you've got degrees or if you've got street cred, it doesn't matter. But everyone is afraid of failure. And so what I've learned is that these 7 things are things that everybody faces. It's something that everybody deals with, but you just have to learn how to take those negative thoughts and turn them into positive ones, okay? You have to take these things and turn them into affirmations. For example, the one about power, people looking at me in the position that I am now. Who is she? A single mom of 2 boys. She's a full-time teacher. She's an author. She's this, she's that, she's that. Who does she think she is? Well, I've learned over the years that it really doesn't matter what other people think, because at the end of the day, no one is paying for me or my sons to live. Okay? I had to get that under control for myself. And once I really got over the fact of not really caring about other people's opinions, I really, really saw the increase in my life. So that's just an example of taking a negative fear and turning it into a positive one. I ended up turning that thought of, who's Cara think she is? Sure, she's certified to teach in education. She could teach students, but who does she really think she is to teach women, to empower them? Who does she think she is? Cara can't write a book. Well, I did. And it's not anything of vanity or me being proud in the sense of I did it and you can't. I know that I'm not selfish because I take out time to teach and share with my followers, just like tonight, what Jackie and I are doing, where I'm saying, yeah, I did it and you can do it too. My budget was not astronomical, so you can do it too with a small budget. Google Hangouts is free. We're doing this webinar now, but you can do one too. So look at these 7 things: fear, success, leading, speaking, being a boss, having power, being inadequate, and failure, and figure out a way for you, your life, your philosophy, all of that jazz, to turn those negatives into positive affirmations about yourself. And I guarantee you, you'll begin to not only have a mindset change, but people that believe these same things or need to learn these things will begin to come into your life. It's just the law of attraction. It's the way that it works. So that's how I turn my fear around. I'm especially writing this book. There are a lot of personal things that I share in this book that I was a little apprehensive of sharing at first. And then, once again, the fear, I was apprehensive. Okay, I felt a little vulnerable. And when you're a speaker, you become vulnerable. I said to myself, well, if I don't share this, it won't help anybody. And my number 1 mission is to inspire and help change the lives of women in a powerful and dynamic way. So I wrote it, and surely people are calling me and are like, girl, this story, that story, all of this stuff has helped me, and now I want to go and hustle. And I'm like, yes, that's what it was all for. But had I not got over these fears, had I not faced them, I wouldn't have had that opportunity, okay? So when you face your fears and turn it around, you're opening yourself up for abundance and higher levels of achievement. So that's my bit on fears.
And that's actually really awesome, Cara, because when I when I look at a lot of the times, I'll ask people like, what's holding you back from being the best possible you? And they give me a list of excuses in return. And a lot of times the things that are listed on that list are the reasons why they need to jump out and take advantage of an opportunity that will really propel them. And it's called their why power. It's called their, it's really a superpower. You know, when you have something motivating behind you and a reason why you need to do something, it makes you're able to advance really far with what you want to do. So with that being said, I want to talk to you guys a little bit. Once you get past that fear, once you take that leap of faith and you learn how to fly on the way down, a really good way to market is understanding who you are and the type of niche markets that you're in. So I know a lot of people, you know, you guys watch TV at night, you know, whether it's Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reruns or Cupcake Wars or Scandal, whatever it is. Or some of you may be flipping through Cosmopolitan magazines or, you know, a bridal magazine, whatever it is that you read, a type of media outlet. And we see a lot of familiar faces, maybe a celebrity. And the celebrity is the face of this brand or this company that they are marketing. Now, Cara is the face of her brand, is the face of her book. She's taken matters into her own term. But I can remember back when I was dead in love with Britney Spears. Okay, this might show my age a little bit, but Britney was my homegirl. You know, I had her posters were all covered in my room. And she started endorsing Pepsi. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but she started endorsing Pepsi. I remember she performed at the Super Bowl one year. She would perform at like the different music award shows and stuff. Anything that Britney Spears did, I followed her. And looking back in retrospect now, that just really shows the power of influence. When you like someone, when you relate to someone, when you see what they're doing, if you see them doing one thing, then you'll follow anything else that that person will do, because Britney Spears could do no wrong to me in my book, you guys. But anyway, so I followed everything that Britney did. She had a lot of influence, and she made a ton of money to endorse products and attach her name as the face of their brand. Okay. Modern day entrepreneurship and business allows us to do the same thing. So once you've conquered your fear, you got to really figure out who you are. You become the face of your brand. Think about the niche markets that you're in, whether you feel strongly about politics, whether you really like jewelry, or if you have a passion for popcorn, whatever it is, you guys, if you love it, the chances are that you attract a tribe of other people who do as well. So if I love popcorn and every single day I am posting a picture of different popcorns that I'm eating, gourmet popcorns from all over the world, the chances are that other people that like popcorn are going to follow me too. So it's true, we attract people that are like us, or people who maybe want to be like us, or people who can relate to where we came from, or the mission of where we want to go, and at different points in our life can relate. Because, you know, you can speak the lingo. If you are a single mom, you can speak the lingo and relate to other people who are single mom. If you love, if you're in the military, you can maybe speak in a different lingo, a different language, and relate to people that are in the military. So they'll find your opinion a lot more credible because they can understand, you know, that you've been in their same situation. And, you know, if you like something, the chances are they'll like it and it'll work for them too. So you know the latest trends in that market, you know the current events in your niche market, whether it's women empowerment, whether it's a seminar, a church, whether it's a makeup artistry job, web development, fashion, whatever it is, people in that market look at you like an insider if they're in it as well. Or if you aren't in the market, if the person is not in the market, they look at you as an expert in the market, okay? If they're outside. Either way, you have some sort of influence. And if someone can relate to you and what you do, and you endorse a specific product or brand, or maybe you create a product, or maybe you write a book, or maybe you like something, they'll easily see how it's integrated into your lifestyle because they have the same lifestyle as you in one area or another, and relate to how they can do the same in theirs to reach a certain or specific outcome. So people that look up to you as an expert will find you as a credible opinion. And just like I followed Britney Spears around and switched to Pepsi for a few years from Coke, people will watch and do as you do. So this is how the rich stay rich and get richer. Most of their time is going to be spent in their niche market, building themselves up as an expert in whatever it is they do. But they create a source of residual income by creating a product or endorsing a product that can be sold and bought. So if you go into Target, you know, just give you guys an example, Target or any grocery store right now, you will see anything from bread to games to clothing with Finding Dory on it, right? It just came out last Friday. You will see Finding Dory everywhere. And my children gravitate towards anything that is Finding Dory. Did Finding Dory or Disney have anything to do with making that bread or, you know, making that t-shirt? No, but because Finding Dory is on it, they endorse that bread, your kids are going to want it. So that's a perfect, you know, a perfect example of it. Disney has created residual income by endorsing products. So you can do this too. All you have to do is find something that is relatable across a wide variety of people and in your target audience as well for your niche, and fall in love with it. Or if it's not there, create it, okay? Don't be scared to create things. But it's also really good to fall into a system that's already in place if there is one, because it's less work for you, okay? So if you're a hairstylist, you could create a detangler product and put your, you know, your logo on it and sell it, and that's a source of residual income. You don't have to continue making that. If you're a nail tech, create some type of ring contraption that holds paint. If you're Cara, an inspiring speaker and business coach, write a book. And if you're me, make an organizational line that helps mothers and women in the same situation as you, you know, that helps in the same situation as you. Hold on, you guys, my kids are coming upstairs. But anyways, so, you know, I also, another niche that I'm in is my health and wellness and my body image, okay? So a lot of people look at me and they're like, okay, well, you know, hi. You want to say hi to everybody? Hi. Say hi.
Hi. Hey, sweetie.
Okay. You want to say hi to Olivia? Come here. Say hi. You guys, this is what being a mommypreneur is all about. My kids are right here with me while I'm here live on air. But anyway, so if you are, you know, if you're like me and you are into organizational material, and maybe I've been noted for a long time for my time management and things like that. I created an organizational line to help other women do the same, because they've always asked me, how do you do it? So here's how I do it. And I help other people. It gives me purpose, and it also turns into a paycheck, okay? So, you know, I'm in the health and wellness. I love it. My kids eat organic and go to Montessori school. I go to the gym 4 times a week. It's become a lifestyle for me, but because I did it, I needed to find a product or some type of thing that I could latch that onto when people say, how do I do it? Besides go to the gym, how do I do it? I needed a way to help them in that sense too, okay? So, you know, you can back it up with a healthy lifestyle and opportunity to connect with other women and make money by doing the same thing. Anyways, so after all that's being said, I want to hand it back over to Cara, because, you know, once you recognize your fears, you understand the types of fears, and you can identify them in your life, and you move past them, and you understand, you know, how much you're worth and what you can do, what you're capable of, and in your niche markets, and you can move towards that. Now, Cara is going to talk a little bit about taking action, okay? So understanding it is one thing, but taking action and implementing it is a whole nother story. So we're going to move into that segment of the webinar so that you can learn how to implement these things and actually move forward, because it's not going to go anywhere without actually doing something, okay?
Yeah, I think that the biggest thing is that a lot of people, that's where they stay. A lot of people are, how can I say this? They're addicted to learning. They will sign up for the webinar, get the training, they'll buy the book, they'll do a number of different things to get the knowledge, but what they lack is application. You know, they lack taking what they've learned and implementing it quickly. That's one, but 2, also implementing it in a way that works for them. A lot of people want to implement what they've learned, how it worked for someone else, and some things are duplicatable. Jackie teaches me a lot of duplicatable things in my marketing, but that's because we do similar things. Do you get what I'm saying? But you have to figure out, once you get some knowledge, you have to figure out how it works for you. So the teacher in me wants to ask you guys, just think about what Jackie and I have shared so far since we've been chatting. We talked about the 7 different types of fear. She talked about brand endorsement, used Britney Spears as an example of how just Britney Spears, I keep thinking about my favorite was Hit Me Baby. Hit Me Baby. Remember that, Jackie? That was my song. But just having Britney Spears come in front of a Pepsi can, I'm thinking of Pepsi because I like Pepsi. Or I should say I like Pepsi. I don't drink Pepsi anymore. But the connection between the song, her, how I feel about her, and the pop somehow psychologically just clicked. So how many things, or what can you do? What is something that you're good at that you can present to your audience or people that you know or people that you don't know that can yield you money? And when we're looking at the 7 different types of fears: success, fear of leading, fear of speaking, fear of being a boss or a rebel, fear of having power or appearing selfish, fear of inadequacy, or fear of failure. When you're looking at these different things, you may see fear, but I see dollar signs, okay? I see leadership, speaking, being a rebel, and failure, all ways that can make you money, okay? It's really important for authors, coaches, and speakers, and that's who this webinar is really geared towards. It's led towards people who have what we call thought leadership, okay? For example, I wrote a book called Hustle Girl. And a lot of people, when they hear the word hustle girl, the first thing that they ask is like, what the heck is a hustle girl? And that was strategic, of course. But the word hustle means to actually like make a move and get things done. So when you're leading, me just saying it's time to take action. It's time to put your excuses to the side, and it's time for you to like get a move on in your life of what you wanted to do. That is a thought that I'm leading with. I'm leading with that thought so much that I wrote a book, that there are t-shirts, that we've made coffee mugs, you name it. So from that one idea, that time waits for no one, get your excuses, put them on the table, figure out what it really is, and go. That thought has become a book, a website, a video, and people pay for the book, the website, things on the website, the t-shirts. That's all things that I make money from. But it all started with that one thought. And then, of course, fear stepped in, and I decided to turn these into positive things, and I started moving, okay? So 3 quick things to help you get over your excuses and get into action are really what I call the basics of branding. And those 3 things are, Jackie mentioned it a little bit earlier, knowing who you are. And although that question sounds so simple, it's a very, it's a fully loaded question. And it takes time to figure it out. And it takes time to figure out how you're going to give that out. But knowing whose you are, who you are, and who you serve are 3 good ways to really figure out how you're going to make a move in your business as an author, a speaker, or a coach. So for example, Britney Spears, we already know that she's beautiful. We know that people love her music. Britney Spears covered a lot of different age brackets, but we know she was with the teeny boppers at the time because she was endorsing for Pepsi. So we know that that's going to be the larger market that they were trying to get. Sure, they had stars who attracted other clientele, but for the teenagers, for the younger crowd, they picked Britney Spears to speak directly to them about their product, Pepsi. Okay, a lot of times we're looking all on the inside as to what can I do? I don't know what I can do. I don't know what I can sell. I don't know what I can brand. And it may not be inside yet. You may have to have another person's product for you to represent in order for you to actually get out there and start speaking. So a lot of times, authors, speakers, and coaches, we're looking all on the inside and we're feeling all of this. But remember, when you take this and you turn it around and you state an affirmation that I will be successful, and not in a negative way, but in a positive way, people are going to come your way, like Jackie did when she came my way and she shared with me a couple of things about her lifestyle. Because I was just on my phone, just like this, and I was scrolling and I said to myself, oh my goodness, she is so pretty. And then, oh my goodness, she's got kids. Oh my goodness, she's got little kids like me. Wait a minute, she owns a tattoo shop. She's one of the top earners in this network marketing company. Wait a minute, she's got an organizational business. And so my first question was, how the heck does she do it? And then I scrolled up again and I saw this little thing called NRG. And now I never leave home without it. I never leave home without it because she had an answer to one of my questions that was deep down inside that I never asked anybody. But because she chose to get over all of these fears, organize herself, and put herself out there on social media in what we call a brand and a business, I was able to not only get my questions answered, but I was also able to network with another brilliant boss on the other side of the states. And now we're hosting this webinar for you tonight. So I just want to show you how easy it is, but how powerful it is as well. Because if she hadn't gotten over her fears, and if I hadn't gotten over my fears, we wouldn't be here tonight telling you guys to get over yours. So it's kind of like a pass the baton thing. And it's really a question like, are you going to hustle? Are you going to pick your feet up and move towards that thing that you want? Because it's just you that's holding yourself back if you're not moving. So that's how I say get into action. Start asking questions and start trying. And the people that you need will start to come to you in your life. I guarantee it.
Awesome information, Cara. And one thing that she stood out, she said that stood out to me was talking about failure as well. And that's a big part of fears, you're scared that you're going to fail. But a great quote that I always heard that people ask other successful people is, what's one thing that you can tell me, what's one thing that you can say that's going to help me? A lot of people say to go out there and fail as many times as you can and as quickly as you can, because that's the only way that you're going to learn how to do it the right way, is to get it wrong a lot of times, to get a lot of no's, to get, rejected a lot of times. So failure, don't be scared of it, okay? But action is really important, and I'm all about taking action. Actually, when I make my to-do list, if I notice that something is on it for too long, I know that I have some sort of fear about it, that there's something holding me back from doing it. So if I notice it's on there for more than 3 days, I move it right to the top, and I'm like, okay, I got to get this out of the way. So I'm all about taking action. I was always taught not to let the fear of striking out keep me from playing the game. When I see an opportunity, I evaluate the opportunity and I evaluate the risk associated with it. And in most cases that I've dealt with, I didn't lose anything from trying, okay? When people repeatedly asked me about my time management and my organizational system that I use to stay organized in my house with everything that I do, I decided that by sitting down, designing a planner pad, and printing maybe 20 trial run copies on notepads, that at the very least, you guys, if I failed, if no one bought anything from me, that I would have enough planner pads to last me for 3 years and keep me on track, right? That's not that much of a risk. So I realized that if I joined, I was telling you guys a little bit earlier about Total Life Changes, the product that I associate with my health and wellness and exercise and fitness. If I decided to join that, and make an initial investment anywhere from $300 to $1,600, right? That's 25 packs of detox tea. This detox tea is amazing, by the way, you guys. I have mine cup brewing right now. But anyway, so it was important to me. If I had 25 to 150 bags of tea sitting in my office right now, at the very least, I could say that I tried, and I had enough tea to last me for 25 to 150 weeks, to keep me healthy, to keep me detoxed, to keep my stomach nice and toned. If I didn't like it, if I got that package of tea and I didn't like it, I could send it back to where it came from, get a full refund, and never have to deal with the business again. So you have to look at an opportunity and associate the risk involved with it as well. So there's very little risk either way. Anyway, so I took action, I stepped out on faith, and I knew that I did not have much to lose. But the major key, you guys, the major key is taking action. Putting those ideas that you have and thoughts into action as soon as possible before you start to second guess yourself. Stop waiting around for the right moment, okay? It's never going to happen. If you asked me 4 years ago if I was ready to be a mother, the answer would have been no. I was no shape or form ready to be a mother, but someone had other plans for me, okay? I was put in the situation and I had to rise to the occasion. You jump out of the tree not knowing if you can fly or not, but learning how to do it on the way down, okay? And if you didn't learn how to do it, then you learned a really good lesson, okay? I did just fine becoming a mother when it happened because I had to become a better person in order to rise to the occasion. So if you want to push yourself to the next level of your life, you have got to get out of your comfort zone. I joined Total Life Changes, and I was so worried about what people would think. You know, when I started promoting myself in my organizational planners, or Cara started, I'm sure she can relate, Cara started publishing, you know, stuff about her book. We were worried about what people would think. Of course, we're people, we're human beings. I was scared that I was going to lose some followers, that I wouldn't be successful. I was worried about a lot of bad things, but the truth is, you know, when I did join Total Life Changes, I made $483 in my first 3 days. And my purpose planners that I made were selling out within an hour of posting custom clipboards, okay? So, you know, give yourself a chance to fail so that you can experience that emotion and do something positive with it. Anyways, that's how powerful an endorsement can be. And the great part is a majority of the work behind endorsing something is building yourself up, okay? Not continual posting of a product, of Cara's book, of my tea, of our tea, I'm sorry, of our NRG, of anything else. The work is establishing yourself as an expert in the field so that when people come to my page, when people come to Cara's page, you know, they see us as a fitness or a health expert. You can see me as a snapback specialist. You can see me as a weight loss boss, okay? But I'm not an ISOT sales rep. So building myself up cannot cause any damage because people will follow whatever I choose to endorse down the road because they connect with me. People do business with people, okay? Whether I'm promoting a club or I'm promoting Cara's book, people that like me, that follow me, that trust me, that respect me are going to follow what I do. So I hope that you guys got some value from this. If you haven't found a unique opportunity yet to latch yourself onto, I definitely want to extend the opportunity to learn a little bit more about Total Life Changes. It's a company that Cara and I have both decided that we wanted to brand with our current endeavors. It's amazing. It taps into 8 recession-proof industries, anywhere from weight loss, from detox, from energy, from coffee, from the beauty industry to the garment industry. Okay, we have top of the line products with things that promise losing 1 to 3 pounds a day, with a tea, with no change to your diet or exercise that guarantees you to lose 5 pounds in 5 days and experience over 26 health benefits. We have coffee that will help you slim down on the go, okay? We have an energy product that Cara and I both love. We were just laughing about it the other day. We were walking around like crack fiends looking for it. We're like, where's the energy? My shipment hasn't come yet, okay? And we really love the things, and that's really important when you endorse a product that you actually love it because people can see right through it anyways. So those are a few of the products that we have, but the payoff is like something that I've never experienced. We get paid 6 different ways at Total Life Changes. 2 of them are really important to me because not a lot of companies will give you a retail component, but we get paid 50%. The company gives us a free website. We're taking care of our bodies. We're in the gym. We're networking with each other. We're learning from each other. We're building relationships with women like you all over the world that are on this webinar tonight. And we're making money from it. 50% retail commissions from a free website. That's unheard of. Now, when Cara, you know, helps someone join the business, she makes 50% of whatever they decide to enrollment with. So when I enrolled in the company with my sponsor and spent $1,600 on tea because I just knew that I had what it takes, my sponsor got what is that, $800 off of a $1,600 purchase just because I decided to go big, go hard, go home. So it's an amazing opportunity. And those are 2 ways that you can make money from the minute you sign up. Right away, you can send someone to your website to join or buy products and make that much money. The other 3 are really important as well. It's a residual component. So for those of you who want to build money, who's ever said, I want to make money while I sleep? I know I did. But one way that you can do that is by building a residual income. So if you were to build a team underneath of you of people, or just introduce it to someone that you think would do well with the business, then they could go underneath of you and be a superstar. So the person that's above me, I'm the top retailer and recruiter in the entire company. they are making 10 to 25% of the volume that I create. And Cara's in business with me, so they're making 10 to 25% of Cara and I's volume on top of each other. Okay, so that's a source of residual income. Now, you can also make what's called a check match bonus. Okay, so what I make on a weekly basis, which can be right now anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 to $3,000 on a weekly basis, the person that enrolled me into the company will make 50% of whatever I do. Okay, and that's not even it. Because Cara, because I enrolled her, she's on the person who enrolls me second tier. They will also make 50%, 10 to 50% of whatever Cara makes on a residual basis as well, on top of all the other forms of payment that we get paid. Now, a lot of people's fear when joining something like this is that they're not going to have any help or support. Now, this check match bonus will tell you otherwise, because guess what? If I know that I'm making 50% of whatever Cara makes on a weekly basis, don't you think that would make me want to help her a little bit? Beyond the connection that we have, it's literally no man left behind. So you have the support, you have everything that it takes to get help in this company, to launch, to brand yourself with a product, to get past your fear, and to use your influence in your niche markets. Okay, we have a lifestyle bonus is $1,500 every month as well. That's the fifth way. But the sixth way we get paid is by having product on hand. Just to give you guys a cool example, I remember that I was asking someone one time, I went to a fair with my kids and I was just making small talk, and we started talking about fried Oreos and how we all wanted to lose weight. And the lady in front of me, I was like, yeah, you know, I lost 7 pounds in 5 days using the ISOT after having 2 C-sections, which is really big because it's hard to lose weight after those. And she was like, really? Where can I get some? I have a wedding to go to this weekend. She didn't want to wait for shipping from that website. She paid me $25 for a bag of ISOT. People that don't want to buy on the website, buy in bulk, you know, a 4-pack at a time, or people that just want to try it will purchase single packages from you, and you'll make the profit in cash. So it's absolutely amazing. So if you haven't found a unique opportunity yet as to where, you know, you can full on write a book like Cara or create a organizational line like myself, we wanted to extend the opportunity to you guys to latch into a system that's already in place. The company's created over 14 millionaires. I myself have earned over $65,000 now with the company since last year. And I am the top recruiter in the world, enrolling over 300 people like Cara in Chicago, okay? I have business partners in other countries all over the United States through social media, just from posting this and utilizing social media marketing, okay? So it is an absolutely amazing opportunity, but I'm so happy that it led me towards a great relationship with a person like Cara, who will be friends for a long time now, and whatever businesses that we do in the future, we'll be able to get. She's going to help me write a book. She doesn't know it yet, but she's going to help me write a book in the next year. Okay, so that just shows you the type of relationships that are built here at TLC. It started with the T, but it's so much more than that now. So we both want to thank you guys for hopping on this webinar tonight. Definitely go to Cara's website and get a copy of your book. It's CaraInspires.com. Is that right, Cara?
Yes, it's CaraInspires.com. You can just go to the website and pick up your copy of Hustle Girl, How to Be Brilliant and Get Things Done.
And definitely go follow her on Instagram if you haven't yet. It's at Cara Inspires. Go check her out. Make sure that you're following her. She's an amazing, inspirational woman to follow. If you're interested in the business, just contact back whoever brought you on this webinar tonight, and find out how you can get involved and how we can answer any of the questions that you may have that is preventing you from moving forward. Okay? So thank you guys for hopping on tonight, and have a good night. Bye.
Good night.